Hi, my name is Gerhard Schwant and welcome to Selling Power TV. Today we have the pleasure of speaking with Clara Shai, and she's the author of an amazing book called The Facebook Era, and she just came out with her second book, The Social Business Imperative. Welcome, Clara.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
What was the idea behind the book?
So the Social Business Imperative was really written as a sequel to my first book. I wrote my first book 8 years ago. It's hard to believe that much time has passed, but at the time, social media was just getting off the ground, and it was actually a controversial title to call it the Facebook era. I think today, in 2016, no one would deny the important role of social media, and yet a lot of organizations are still struggling to see the return on investment. And so I wrote this book to really capture the best practices and talk about how you can go from vision to execution and ROI.
In 7 years, the social media landscape has completely changed. Tell us about that.
A lot has changed. To now we have Twitter, we have LinkedIn, we have a number of these mobile messaging apps, from WhatsApp to WeChat to Snapchat. And so making sense of that. And then also we've seen social media expand from the early use cases of brand marketing and customer support to now really penetrating deep and wide across organizations into recruiting, into selling, into R&D.
Tell me about how your field sales team at Hearsay Social is applying the techniques in your book.
We've actually come up with a framework. We call it our social selling framework, and I detail it in the book. But essentially it's 4 steps to follow it. Step 1 is to be findable on social. That's where people are Googling and looking you up. Step 2 is to grow your network, the number of connections, both quality and quantity. Step 3 is to listen, to really hear what's being shared by customers, prospects, and influencers. And step 4 is share content and stay top of mind.
How do you explain to salespeople how the relationship can grow and grow and grow by continuously using social media, not just for new contacts, but also for existing business?
They always say the lowest cost customer to acquire is the one that you already have, and by a factor of 9 or 10. And so if you think about the power of social media, it's this way that we can keep in touch with our prospects, our customers, our contacts across jobs, both as our contacts switch jobs, as well as we as sales professionals switch jobs. And ultimately, people buy from people they trust. They buy because they believe in Clara, or they believe in Gerhard, they believe in Johnny or Susan. And so it's never been more important to have that online reputation. And now you have this way through LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook to really have these relationships sustain over time and continually, share thought leadership, share interesting developments, personal and professional, but then also comment on and like and retweet when something of significance has happened to your customer or prospect. Say they get promoted, or if it's their birthday, that's a perfect moment of truth opportunity to connect and build that relationship.
So let's show a picture of your son that is 14 months old.
I actually try not to share that much about my son on social media, but here is a special view for.
Awesome. I love that picture. Yeah. And there's something special about the book too, which is you have a foreword by Howard Schultz, the chairman and CEO of Starbucks. How did you get that?
Well, I'm on the board of Starbucks, so I have gotten to know Howard pretty well. And his foreword is fantastic, and it's incredibly generous. It's a perfect tee up to the key thesis of the book, which is that for too long, social and digital have been viewed as a marketing function, or limited to a digital team within a company. And in this day and age, social and digital have become too strategic and too important to delegate. They've really become everyone's job.
And what is your favorite Starbucks beverage?
I really like the new coconut milk offering. So I try to get the coconut milk latte.
Awesome. I just love their cappuccino. Thank you so much for this caffeinated conversation. I love this book. For everybody who would like to get it, go to Amazon.com. Thank you, Clara.
Okay, thank you.